Wow, that's a good way to start a video. I just got back from holiday. I went to America, Costa Rica, 5 weeks. Excessive indulgent holiday, but it was so good. And now I'm back and haven't unpacked my bag because I'm not some kind of serial killer who does it the minute they get home. No, that's a lie. I do it for my kids and put on their mask before I put on mine. Anyway, while I was on holiday, I ate whatever I wanted. I did whatever I wanted, and it was really fun. I ate awesome food, especially like local casado, which is like the local plate in Costa Rica. Chef's kiss, that stuff is so good, so wholesome. But I also ate like heaps of chocolate M&Ms. Like for some reason, got a giant vat of Costco chocolate peanut butter M&Ms, and like I'm very into that. So I've come back from holiday. I have gained a couple of kilos and it's cool. It's all good. And I wanted to share with you a bit of a realistic thing about what happens in the situation when you're an intuitive eater who doesn't obsess about their weight, who doesn't pursue active weight loss. What do you do in a situation where you've gained a bit of weight and you want to be healthy? You don't want to get stuck in the diet trap. So come along with me for the next month because I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing to feel a little bit better, feel a bit more comfortable in my clothes, have a bit more energy, because I don't have that much energy, as you saw from the yawn. So let's do this. And if we have not met yet, I am Lindy Cohen. I'm a dietitian, nutritionist. I used to have binge eating disorder and dieted my way into loathing my body in gaining 20 kilograms, which is like 40 pounds. And now I'm a non-dieter. I eat intuitively. But at the same time, I want to feel good in my body. I want to be healthy. I think if you do just eat whatever you want, whenever you want, it's not a recipe for being healthy, for feeling good in your body. I think people confuse that with intuitive eating, that it's not just about rebelling against diet rules. It is also about listening to your body. So the number one thing that I'm going to be doing from now on is listening to my body, something I probably wasn't doing so well while I was on holiday. This means I'm going to wait until I get hungry to have breakfast, and after dinner, I'm not going to just snack because yummy food is there. I'm going to wait until that hunger kicks in. Now, if you haven't heard of the hunger scale, it's basically a very simple way of rating your hunger on a scale of 0 to 10 to work out, am I actually hungry? So often we do non-hungry eating, mindless eating just because there's food there. And if you do nothing else, but you simply get back to tuning into your hunger, you might find that you naturally eat according to how much energy your body needs instead of excessively eating like I was on holiday. Now, if you don't know how to do it, inside my app Back to Basics, there's like a very nifty, handy dandy intuitive eating guide that makes it super simple so you can learn how to do it automatically and easily. So for example, for today, I waited until I got hungry to eat breakfast, and for me that means I only ate breakfast at around 10:30 this morning. I made myself a shakshuka with eggs. I ate it, it was so delicious, and you know what, because I was hungry for it, it tasted so good. And now I haven't really eaten, and it's kind of like, I don't know, afternoon now, so I might go have an afternoon snack. I'm kind of feeling a bit hungry now, so it's time to eat. And then my kids get home and I have dinner pretty early. So that's kind of it. And for me, that is totally fine. I'm not skipping meals. I'm simply waiting until I get hungry and skipping all of that non-hungry eating. Now, another thing that I am doing is adding in more fiber and more protein. So like tins of beans, this one's crushed, but like hopefully I got it on discount for that fact. Such a simple way to get more fiber into my diet. I have baked beans here as well, another very easy win. Just made a fresh batch of my muesli. This is my kind of my go-to homemade muesli that I make all the time. My husband made this one, so shout out to him, thank you. If you want the recipe to this, I will leave it down below. Super high fiber, very satisfying, and I love it. Now, in terms of getting more protein, some essentials are, cottage cheese. I love the flavor. I added some of that to my breakfast this morning. Eggies, free range if you can, please. And this is some pre-marinated tofu. I actually just eat it raw like this. It's perfectly safe to do so, and it's delicious, and it's really yummy, easy protein to get. Milk, another easy way to get some protein into your diet. And of course, tins of tuna, super easy as well. those are my go-tos. And just a reminder, and you probably already know this, but I'm gonna give you a little pep talk now. So you might end up binge eating on all those foods. This is the strategy I used to do when I was a compulsive dieter. It didn't work. You can give it a go, I'm sure you have, but a far smarter thing to do is to work on crowding in more of the nutrients that you want, like fiber and protein. Remember, protein is the nutrient that's going to give you the most satisfaction. And remember, you don't have to guzzle processed protein powders and all that stuff. It can be very expensive. You can just get protein from everyday food. It's way more affordable. I have a video talking about how to save money and eat healthily. I will leave it linked somewhere. Thank you. Maybe people don't think this is gross. It's really good. It's peanut satay tofu. It's delicious. I put it in my kid's lunchbox, not this one. It's got nuts in it, but I put the Malaysian something. Malaysian honey soy. I put that in my kid's lunchbox. So yum. Was I gonna have that? It's just what I feel like. My breakfast. She's so pretty. So we got fiber in the chickpeas, protein for my eggies, my cottage cheese, calcium, yum yum. Chili oil, it's delicious and lots of flavor. I'm so excited. Ooh. I mean, I cooked it well, not gonna lie. Those eggs are perfect. So good. This is so good. Food tastes so good when you're hungry. I love it. Oh yeah. I mean, another thing that I think is really important to note is that everything I'm doing here, I can do forever. I'm not gonna just do this for a month until I get back to feeling however I want to feel. This is it for me. This is how I'm gonna live my life. These are the habits I'm going to maintain. I can do them for a year. I could do them for 10 years. This doesn't feel like a chore to me, and that is the most important thing you do here, is whatever it is that you want to try and do to be healthier, you need to be able to say, yes, I can do this for the rest of my life, or at least for 5 years, because if you cannot sustain it, then any weight you do lose, any benefits that you do gain are only going to be temporary as long as you can stick to the diet. Because remember, all diets work, except they don't work long term if you don't stick to them. And I'm now about to go catch up with a friend to go do some bar Pilates stuff, because that's what I really enjoy. So exercising for enjoyment while socializing. Ba-boom, bada-bing, bada-boom, bada-boom, bada-boom. Well, that did not go to plan. It is now 2 weeks after filming those videos, and a bit of an update. I made a huge mistake. I can't believe I did this, to be honest. Part of me thinks I should have been smarter than this and foreseen that this was going to happen. But anyway, this is what happened. I went too hard. I made too many changes all at the same time. I was being too diety about it. I thought that my relationship with food was so good that I could kind of push it a little bit further, that I was so recovered that I could do intentional weight loss, that I could weigh myself, that I could let myself get hungry. And I think that's what happened. I let myself get too hungry, and I woke up the next day and now I can't stop thinking about food. I'm so hungry and I feel like I have no energy. Do you know what that means? It means I have triggered something called the starvation switch. If you've ever tried to lose weight and then hit a weight loss plateau, you're going to be very familiar with this phase. It's where your body starts to realize that you are trying to restrict, trying to lose weight, and it will do everything in its power to try and prevent you from losing more weight. It has a whole bunch of processes it can activate to prevent you from losing weight, from slowing down your metabolism, increasing cravings, increasing hunger, reducing satiation, lowering your energy levels, and I triggered that. So now I need to get back to what they call eating ad libitum, which is basically just waiting until I get hungry to eat, then eating enough food to satisfy that hunger. And sometimes when you're in this phase, you actually need to eat twice as much as you normally would, because I need to turn off this starvation switch, and that's the only way. So now I'm gonna have to spend however long it takes to turn off the starvation switch, Typically, it could take anywhere between 1 meal to 3 months to turn off starvation switch, but I think in a few weeks I will be able to turn it off if I do it properly. So now I'm just gonna eat according to my hunger. Let's see how this goes.